Another day down. Another commute home. This guy let me over. Absolutely fucking not. Thanks, asshole. Utah. It explains a lot. Blue alert. The fuck's a blue alert? Anybody know what a blue alert is? Amber's kids. Silver's old people. The fuck's a blue alert? Nope, not making that light. You go there, buddy. I need something to do with the smog. Air is straight thick tonight. It doesn't help, but I still have this cough. It's been a hard year so far. It's not even like it's, what, a week old? 2 weeks old? Sick the entire time. Can't get anything done. Don't feel like going anywhere or doing anything. Still ended up going to work. Had a coughing fit at work so bad earlier that I thought I was going to pass out. I was freaking... It's a hell of a thing. And I know I should have gotten my flu shot, blah blah blah, except for half the people that get the flu shots, they end up just as sick in years past. Although, I don't know, maybe this is the return of the 100-year flu. Because I think it was 1917, 1918 when they had the influenza epidemic that like killed people. Like lots of people. Guess that was back, that was 100 years ago. Things were different. Typical day's work was not me sitting on my ass shuffling paperwork, I tell you that much. You were building something or plowing roads or beating trees in the railroad ties or frick only knows what. You were probably already emancipated because you hadn't eaten right. Low vitamin counts. No good food. Freaking streets covered in horse crap. And everybody bags on the car for the evil that it's wrought to the environment, but Can you imagine this many people all riding freaking horses? Or a horse and buggy? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the stench from this many horses? I mean, granted, the horses would be smart enough not to run into each other, no matter how stupid the rider is, most of the time. But, yeah. Cars aren't all evil. Maybe there's a chance if they go electric, like, or hydrogen. I still think that if we could figure out how to make hydrogen cheaply, that's the way to go. I mean, pure electric, it's fine, but it has range problems. And it has charging problems. And the charging problems bring battery problems. And running the hot charge battery, I mean, someday the tech's going to be there. But, and if you could make hydrogen fuel, which basically converts to electricity, which makes it an electric car, which all you do is dissipate some heat and some water, which the heat really doesn't hurt anything, and the water, you can always use some water vapor in the air. It's not going to hurt nothing, I don't think. Prove me wrong. Make enough hydrogen cars to prove that that's wrong. But you can fill up like a normal filling station. It's only slightly more dangerous than the super combustible gasoline we have now. That would be good tech. And I actually looked at an electric motorcycle for my commuter before I bought my little Dixis. I would have loved to have had the little Victory thing. I don't even know what it was called. There was the electric. There was the other company that Victory bought, which I feel sorry for those people. Talk about a kick in the balls. But I would have loved to have had one, but they were 20 freaking grand. It was like, no. And even when they were on sale for 9 something, you're like, no. I'd love to. That'd be cool. It'd be a perfect commuter for me. Right at 4 miles to work, park it. Right at 4 miles home, plug it in. And never wear the battery out. And look it. And I got this bad boy for any time I wanted to go more than, 8 miles on a day. One of the reasons I hate commuting on this thing is because my commute's stupid. This thing barely, well, this gets operating temperature, but it gets the operating temperature when you breathe on it heavy. But it's just a silly, it doesn't charge the batteries right, blah, blah, blah. Electric bike would be perfect for that. And zip in and around town. I'd have to light it up like a goddamn alien spaceship because heaven knows you can't make it louder. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think people pay any attention one way fucking another. They're so lost and absorbed in their own little fucking worlds. Which, I guess that's one big difference between now and 100 years ago. 100 years ago, you had to have some guile and some smarts, and I mean, even if you weren't learned, you had to not be a complete freaking retard to not kill yourself. I mean, it was dangerous. You could hurt yourself with doing menial tasks, and yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. You dead, dumbass. You were in such a hurry, you got in front of me. Now you've moved over, and now I'm scared to pass you, because fuck only knows. But now, I mean, you can be a complete, just bumbling fuckstick and stumble through life, and one, nobody will tell you no. Because, you know, everything's about customer service. Customer service, customer service, customer service. There are some people that it's just, you want to look at them and go, no. Especially my favorite. Do you think I can do this? If you got to ask the question, the answer is no. I always tell people, I don't know, I'm not sure. You know, if you got questions or doubts, you probably should have somebody else do it for you. But if you got to ask that question, do you think I can do this? No. The answer is no. It doesn't matter what. Do you think I can cook this dinner? Well, no, I don't think you can. Because anybody with 2 bits of brains and 3 bits of worth of shit would just do it. Don't ask him the question. And hell, you know what? If it doesn't turn out right, well, shit, you just did it. You learn from your mistakes and move on. But if you gotta ask, I don't know. I mean, things are way better than they were 100 years ago. I mean, cleaner, safer. There's not cow shit. No, there's not cow shit everywhere either. There's not horse shit streaming the. I mean, I heard something. I don't know what I was watching. Something on YouTube, random, talking about the tons and tons of horse manure from. I think he was talking the late 1800s, but still, car ownership had just barely started in 1918. I mean, it wasn't until the 20s when it became a kind of a normal thing, so just, I couldn't imagine. In a town like this where it never rains, it would dry. All these streets just lined with fucking horse shit. Think about that. Think about that smell for a second. And the noise. Clop, 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 clop. You think it's annoying when one of those rattles by 2 o'clock in the morning at full tilt? Just think about a bunch of horses clop, 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 down your street. And it's not like they're fast. They're going to clop, clop, clop for a while. And the wagons and everything else. Yeah. Internal combustion is a good thing. A little bit of smog. But streets aren't lined in horse shit. Can you imagine the amount of hay this country, any country, would have to grow to feed that many horses? Jesus, all our arable farmland would be in horse just to grow hay for our individual horses. Could you imagine that? Everybody fucking starving because they all gotta own horses? Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine a population this size. Just imagine a population this size and you want to travel to California. And all you got is a fucking horse. I mean, I guess you could take the train. That'd just be weird. What a weird dystopian world I just created in my own little head. So, Jesus. This traffic sucks tonight. Doesn't help I can't see through this thing. I hate not being able to see through cars. I get tinted windows, but it would be nice to be able to see through this guy. I don't have to trust him. you imagine? I guess there wouldn't really be traffic jams because there's no way all the horses and everybody would queue up like this. Just kind of willy-nilly around. There weren't traffic lights till there were till cars. So you'd guess there wouldn't be traffic lights. Although with this many people, this many horses, you'd think they'd just run into each other. Except the speeds would be slower, so maybe not. Maybe everybody could just get around. And then think about it. A whole bunch of horses just queued up like this, all farting and shitting and just flopping and scratching their hoofs. I don't know what that's called. Impatiently. Can you imagine that? Oh, can you imagine it in the summer around here? 120 degrees, the sun beating down on you. You're stuck waiting. All the horses around you. Yeah. I think internal combustion engines are an absolute godsend. Not only did they help catapult us into the future, drive the Industrial Revolution, which drove so much else, which created the 40-hour work week. Thank you, Henry Ford. It created industries like service stations and fast food restaurants and phone sharks and all the manufacturing jobs and my job. I didn't have a job without the car industry. It's what I do. So the titans of industry, they created the cars and brought us in commercial internal combustion engines so we don't all have to ride smelly, nasty, dirty horses around this town. Thank you. And on that note, I'm almost home. I hope you all have a wonderful one. I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it won't take me like 2 weeks and I won't be sick as a dog the entire time. So have a good one.